Hi guys, this is Lakshay from Simplilearn. Welcome to this tutorial on Java strings. This is a part of our Java tutorial series where we will be covering everything you need to know to master Java. Let us look at what we will cover today. First, we'll see what strings are in Java. Then how to create, define and declare strings. Then operations that can be done on strings. Some inbuilt methods in string class, and finally we'll do two main programs to understand the working of Java strings. So let's get started. Let's see what strings are and how we can use strings in Java. Java strings are objects that contains groups of characters. Like arrays, strings are immutable as well. Immutable means once string is created, they cannot be changed or manipulated. If we use a string hello, they are stored in a memory location like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the addresses of the locations where each character of the string is stored. Now let's move on to creating strings. There are two methods of creating string literal method and using new operator. This is the syntax of string on the screen. First, string type, then variable name is equal to sequence of characters in double quotes. This is called as string literal method. For new operator method, we use new operator and value of string is given in the brackets. Now, let's see a simple program to understand the use of strings with Java code. Let's create a new project. File, new project, next, tick the box, next. I'm gonna name it as strings, and for the base package I'm gonna name it as string as well, because all the programs I'm gonna do in this package for strings. We have our main program right here, the main class. Now before importing the strings, we need to import some pre-processive directives. So for this I'm gonna import java.io input output dot star. Star means everything inside the directive. And I'm gonna import java.lang dot star. This means I can do all the operations that is needed for strings. So there are two ways to declare string. This is the first one. String s is equal to Simplilearn. Now we have a string s and it contains the value Simplilearn. Now I'm gonna print this system.out.println plus s, or I'm gonna name it as string. I'll print string first is equal to, and then I'm gonna print this. So double quotes string is equal to and plus s. So let's run this program, and there we go. We have string is equal to Simplilearn. So it took the value of s and printed that. So let's see the next type of string, how we can declare the string. Str is equal to new string Simplilearn. So this is the second method how we can declare a string or assign the values to string. So to print it, I'm going to use string2 is equal to and then plus str. So let's execute this as well. And as you can see, we have string2 is equal to Simplilearn as well. So this means both the methods are to declare strings or to assign values to the strings. So you can use any of them. I prefer using first, so it's easy. That's why you don't need to write new and string. So let's move on to the new topic, classes and strings. We all know that strings are immutable. Now what if we want to change something inside the string? Then we use these methods to manipulate strings in Java. First one is string builder. The string builder in Java represents a mutable sequence of characters. It is an alternative to string class as it creates a mutable sequence of characters. Next is string buffer. String represents fixed length immutable characters of sequences, while string buffer represents growable and writable character sequences. It will automatically grow to make room for additions like appending, inserting, and deleting. Next, we have string tokenizer. A string tokenizer object internally maintains a current position within the string to be tokenized. Some operations advance this current position past the characters processed. String tokenizer class in Java is used to break a string into tokens. A token is returned by taking a substring of the string that was used to create the string tokenizer object. Now, let's see different methods for functions that can be done on strings in Java. We have lot of methods or functions in strings. These are few of the methods that are used by programmers frequently and we will be using in this series of our Java tutorial. Next, let's have a look at a program where we are going to reverse a string and compare to string. This is going to be an interesting program and you will be able to understand string a lot better. So let's get started. So first we'll see how to compare two strings and then we'll see how to reverse a string. So let's create a new project. File, new project. Let's click on next, tick the box, next. I'm gonna rename it as compare and reverse because I'm going to do both the programs in the same program. And we have our main function here. To use some classes or to use some methods, we need to import some of the strings from Java. So I'm gonna import strings dot compare dot string compare. So let's write our code here. So I'm going to use 4 strings. First string s1 is equal to, then I'm going to use new string and inside it I'm going to name the string as Simplilearn, S capital. And for the next string s2 is equal to new string. Let's give it as practice. For the third string s3, new string, let's give it as study. And for the fourth string, we are going to match the third string to show all the outputs that's possible. Study. Now we are going to display some output using the function equals. So what equals does is it compare two strings. So first I'm going to make it as user friendly by writing comparing string 1 and then comparing string 2 and then semicolon, so that everything will be separated. You can easily find out what the result will be. And then this is the main part, s1 dot equals and in the bracket s2. Because we are comparing s1 and s2, so s1 dot equals s2. So this function automatically checks whether s1 is equal to s2. Now same thing we are going to do with string s3 and string s4. Again this user friendly, s3 and s4 semicolon s3 dot equals s4. We know that s1 is not equal to s2, but s3 is definitely equal to s4. So let's try it with one more sentence so that we can compare one more string. So I'm gonna compare s1 and s4. So I'll copy paste it and instead of s3 I'll write s1 and same I'll do with s1 dot equals s4. So let's run this program. Oh, before running we have an error here. So I'm going to delete that import because we have not used it. So now let's run the program and yes, we have a result. Comparing Simplilearn and practice is false. That's definitely false. Study and study, both strings are matching, so it's true. And Simplilearn and study, they don't match. That's why it's false. So let's get started with our second program, that's reversing a string. So I'm going to delete everything from here and I'm going to write same code here only. So first I need to assign a variable of string input equals, I'll name it as Simplilearn. And this is the main part guys, we use string builder. Because the string is immutable as we discussed earlier, string builder allows us to do manipulation. So I'll use one more variable input1 and new string builder. So in input1 we can do any manipulation that we require. So first I'm gonna do input1 dot append so that I can do operations that I want on it, either reversing or deleting or concat. So I'll take append of input. And lastly input1 is equal to input1 dot reverse. This function reverses the string that is there in input1. Now to print the value of the reverse string is and then input1. So here's the catch guys, we have to use string builder so that we can do manipulations inside the string. If we don't use string builder, then we will get an error that unable to manipulate the string or unable to reverse the string. So string builder is the main thing here so that we can do all the operations that we want, either reversing or concat or deleting anything from the string or deleting an element or adding anything to the string. So all that happens because of string builder. So now let's run this program. And there we go. We have a result. The reverse string is the reverse of Simplilearn. Now let's try it with something that is palindrome. So we have our language, Malayalam. If we reverse this, we'll get Malayalam. So this is kind of palindrome string. And see the result. Our reverse string is also Malayalam. So this is how you reverse a string. So this brings us to the end of this video. We learnt about strings, the functions for strings, and the methods we use in strings. And lastly, we learned how to compare two strings and how to reverse two strings. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.